Hey there, it's Diane Forster, and welcome to I Have Today, where we talk about the art of intentional living. And this show is all about inspiring, empowering, and educating you through life's transitions to live to your highest, greatest, fullest potential. And I'm very excited about this show today because I have on a very special guest for you. She's my friend. We were just recently talking, like, how in the world did our world not intertwine sooner, given how connected we are in so many ways? And when I find somebody special that I think is going to change your life for the better, I want to bring them to you immediately so that you can start living a better, happier, more fulfilling life. And so, what is quantum energy? Well, we're going to talk all about that today because my guest is Noelle Agape, and she is so many amazing things. This woman is so talented. Let me just give you a little snippet of, she is the TV host of the Soul on Fire show. In fact, we are sister presidents and host on E360 TV together. She's a health and wellness counselor, NLP master trainer, quantum energy trainer, and wellness retreat host, among any things. And she's got a powerful why. We'll get into that in a few minutes. But I wanted to give you tools and resources today to understand, well, what the heck is the quantum field? What is quantum energy? And how can you utilize this incredible resource that's around us all the time? And we're actually living in it. And we're manifesting and creating in our lives what we're putting out into the field. So we're going to talk about that, among other things. And Noelle is an expert in this space. She's helped so many people, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people, with her incredible work. Her phenomenal mastermind retreats that go on adventures. And it's really about making that connection. And as the name of her TV show is, setting your soul on fire and living that way. And so she's coming on in just a few minutes. So I want to thank you. If this is the first time you're here, thanks for showing up. Welcome to the show. Write in the comments section if you're seeing us live, or maybe you're catching the replay. Write replay as well. Where can you find us? We are streaming everywhere. We're on E360 TV. We're on YouTube. We're on Roku. We're on Amazon Fire. We're on Apple. We're on all the social media platforms under Diane Forster Official, or I Have Today with Diane Forster. We are live every Monday at 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern time. So that's where you can catch us. So wherever you are and wherever you're finding me, make sure you give me a follow, subscribe, a like, a comment, a review, whatever it is, if this content resonates with you. And please don't keep us a secret. If something is helping you, then please spread the word. So thank you so much for that. All right. So one thing that we do every single week on this show is we share an intention statement with you. Why do we do that? We put intention behind this show because it's the art of intentional living. And I want this to be something that gets anchored in you so that it becomes a part of who you are, and it becomes a part of your soul, because we're talking about souls today. And that when you do that, you start to live your life more intentionally. So today's intention statement is, I have today to tap into the quantum energy for success. I have today to tap into the quantum energy for success. All right. So every single week, my amazing team makes a beautiful graphic of this week's intention statement. And there it is right there. This is already uploaded on my Instagram page at Diane Forster Official. You can find it over there. And there's a little button that's called intention statements. And what do I want you to do with it? I want you to take a screenshot of it. And I wanted you to use it as your phone saver for the whole week. So every time you look at your phone, there it is. There it is. This is how you create positive, permanent, lasting change. It's through repetition. So your mind sees it, your eyes see it, you start to resonate with you, and it starts to become who you are. So I have today to tap into quantum energy for success. Actually, for a lot of things, but now we're focused on success. So, all right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to hear a word from our spifter, and then Noelle Agape is going to be in the studio with me. But please stay all the way to the end, because we always end our show with a powerful mantra meditation that heals you and leaves you feeling better at the end than you did at the beginning. But first, let's hear a word from the spifter. This week's episode of I Have Today is brought to you by the spifter. The spifter is a fun sifting spoon that makes cooking, baking, and decorating with sugars and spices so much fun. No more mess or wasting your spices. It's fast, clean, and easy. Everything looks and tastes delicious. It's also great for straining loose tea, getting pesky broken cork out of your wine glass, and draining liquid off food like olives and capers. Whether you're a novice cook or a gourmet chef, you'll love the results. The spifter, the kitchen gadget that no kitchen should be without. All right, and you can get yours on Amazon. Well, hello, Noelle Agape. How are you?
Hi, Diane. How are you? Thanks for having me on.
I'm so good. I'm so excited about this conversation. My soul sister. Oh, it's going to be so good.
So good.
Yeah. So I wanted to share a little bit more about you, because your resume reads like a novel. Like, I mean that in the best way. You're so accomplished. You've done so much in your life. And so some of the things that I didn't say about you are, obviously, you're a TV network president and producer. Then you're also a travel host of Adventure Masterminds. I did say quantum energy trainer, and you're a shaman. And I think you're a travel agent too. Like, you have so many hats that you wear. So amazing. But where I want to go first is, what led you down this path to be an expert in this space as a quantum energy trainer?
I love that so much. And thank you for the beautiful introduction. That was incredible. It's so amazing to be on here. My mantra in life is, through death, I found life. And it was this beautiful, beautiful journey of, at a very young age, I was abused by a neighbor. And then very shortly after that, I grew up and had a lot of emotions that I had to deal with. And so I'm a licensed counselor. That's not on my list as well. So what happened is I grew up with an abusive alcoholic father. And from that space, my grandfather literally rescued us from that abusive home. And he was the most beautiful divine being on the planet. And fast forward to when I was 15 years old, dealing with the abuse and understanding the abuse, my grandfather died in my arms, and he was my hero, and he died in my arms. And learning to understand and adjust and navigate a journey of emotions is why I became a licensed counselor. From there, fast forward to the same year that I got divorced, my mom found out she had cancer. And now she's 14 years cancer free, because we put her on an alkaline diet, and I'm super healthy. But that springboarded my spiritual journey into understanding that we are more powerful than we know, and knowing that we have something within inside of us. And we were, when my mom was diagnosed with cancer, we were like, we're not doing this again. We are not doing this again. And what happened was, through my pain became my purpose, through the childhood abuse, through the alcoholic father, through my grandfather dying in my arms. It made me understand and realize the mind-body connection, and connecting deep into not only your body, but also your soul and your purpose through the pain. And from that space, I studied psychology and quantum physics in college, and went to grad school. And then from there, learned about NLP and the neurolinguistics of the mind and the body, and heart and mind coherence. And from that space, even went further into the quantum fields, and learned and became a quantum energy trainer and a shaman. And on the journey, what I found was, I found me, and I found my purpose and my mission to bring my voice out to the world as a TV host, as a network president, and speaking on stages about things that I would never in my life have spoken about. And as a matter of fact, I never spoke about any of that until I wrote my first book and was on my first stage. Through grad school, I healed, but my voice came out in my purpose.
Can I ask you a question? How old were you when you went through grad school?
I think I was like 24.
Young. You
Yeah.
did all this very, very young.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
you you you've been awake for a long time, really. Yeah.
My entire life, my entire life. I've had, in the shaman journey began when my sister and I would see my mom getting thrown against the wall from my dad and my alcoholic father, and we would speak light language to each other so we would feel
Mm.
safe. And
Mm.
knowing and understanding that I had spiritual guides my whole life that I thought were imaginary friends, but were not. They were my angels watching over us, right? And so through the darkness, we found the light, and it's become my purpose and my passion for sure.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Is your dad still alive?
No, he died when I was 21 years old.
He died young.
Yeah, when he was
Wow.
of a heart attack. And so it was this journey of through his death was one of the biggest points for me because it was so much freedom in my life, but it allowed me to have forgiveness within my soul for him as well.
Yeah, of course. Of course. Wow, what a story. So, um, I mean, there was a lot there, but for you, what was the biggest challenge for you? And maybe like an ongoing occurring thing, because some of us do. It's like, why didn't I get that yet? Why didn't I get that yet? Why didn't I get that yet? Right? We all have that. Is there something there?
Yeah, well, in your ego deaths, and we have many ego deaths along the journey. You have three different tests that you will go through with every ego death, and it is the repeated pattern that you see in your life that you're healing, whether it's ancestral trauma or internal trauma within your body and your nervous system or your belief systems, or if it's not only the pattern, but if it's also that you are settling for something less that then. And the other
Mm,
thing is when God shows you something and you don't accept it and you keep saying no to whatever is coming into your life. And so those three things always happen before an ego death. And so the patterns for me, there were two parts of that question. The patterns for me were literally came in the divine masculine and inviting in the divine masculine in love, because I had a wounded masculine barrier for me. And so I was I checked every box. I went to 14 years of grad school. I married what I thought was the right man, who was the right man to be the father of my children, because he was beautiful father, but not my divine love. And did everything everybody in society told me to do, but my soul was so broken in that space, and especially even being a therapist. And that's when I stopped and I said, there's something more, and my soul is pulling me in a different direction. And when you ask, what is this teaching me, as opposed to being in the victim mentality, it shows you the direction of where you're supposed to be.
yes. Ask, what is this teaching me? You hit on so many points there, because I promise you there are so many, I'm going to say women, I'm sure there's men too, but most of our audience is women. So many women, me included, who ignored those signs, ignored my soul, did what I thought was right, or what society said, and it must be something wrong with me. Why am I not happy in this? And I experienced the same thing in my marriage as well. So, and it's being brave enough, if you're listening or watching this, it's really being brave enough to listen to that, because Noelle, you and I are both living examples that what's on the other side is miraculous, incredible, expansive, and it's letting go. It's listening. I love these 3 points. You see ego death. You see repeated patterns. You're settling for something else, big time, and God is showing you, and you're still saying no. If you answered yes to any or all of these questions in any area of your life, particularly when it comes to, relationships, pay attention. Pay attention to the signs and the guidance, and tune in with that question. What is this teaching me? What's this teaching me right now? So good. So good. Okay. So I know you have your TV show, which is Soul on Fire. You've been doing it for several years. Like,
Yeah, I've been a TV host for 8 years now, and network president with you just this year. But incredible when you step into your purpose and your power, your voice just explodes, and when that's one of the biggest things that I learned is that it's not your gift to take. Right. And when you understand that it's God in you through you, your voice just expands and becomes bigger, and opportunities open like crazy when you are in authenticity, which is the highest frequency in the planet. Right.
yes, it's so true. So, speaking of frequencies, let's shift gears and let's start talking about quantum energy.
Okay.
Okay, so what is for the people who don't know, what is quantum energy?
So it is the infinite field of possibilities, knowing that everything is already created. And for me, I look at it because I merge science and spirituality, right with my crazy degrees and my shamanism and all that I've learned. I merge science and spirituality, and it's the infinite field of possibilities, meaning that all things are created in this moment right now. The past, present, and future all exist in this moment, and you can tap into a different version of you and quantum leap into a different reality. And so there's something called the positron, and I'll be a little scientific now just because it's
Go for
super
it.
relevant to the quantum fields. And so the positron is the only way to actually change a negative ion is or a particle is if you infuse enough positivity into it. And that's actually what quantum leaping is when you actually become a different reality. So the end result, the coolest thing in the quantum field is your desire is not the beginning of your journey. It's actually the end of your journey trying to come through you. And it's such a beautiful gift when you understand that, because you are frequency matched to that. And in the quantum fields, there's an infinite amount of possibilities that you can become. And if you infuse more positivity in it, as opposed to negativity, you can become anything you want.
That's such a great way to say it. And I really got that. I hope everybody really got that the desire for the manifestation is so at the end.
It's the end. Yeah.
It's this is so good. This is leading everything Noelle said. So your emotions, gratitude, appreciation, kindness, compassion, love, understanding, those emotions that are higher frequency raise your vibration. And I got a visualization this past weekend. I had a huge aha, and I did a video, a TikTok on it, and went viral. So clearly, it resonated with other people. But you know what I got, Noelle? And tell me how you feel about this. A few things clicked over the last couple of weeks, and this is the way it is. It's all in the field right in front of us anyway, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's literally already here. We're already existing in it. But I really understood for the first time that it really on a visual picture level, that the field is literally around us,
Mm-hmm.
like 6 to 10 to 12 feet around. Everything is already here. It's already here.
Do you want to know actually what you're saying is
Yes.
so incredible? Sure, you got this download, but so
Yeah.
through COVID, which is not ironic by any means because it's all exists, but your aura is 6 degrees, 6 feet above you, below you, beneath you, and around you, and so that's
Yes.
your energetic space. And
Right.
so it is really that's your space. And in the quantum fields, you can merge the energies and merge the fields, but there is a field of possibilities. You are who you become and who you believe that you can be, and it's a frequency. And this is what I teach more than anything, Diane, is understanding and knowing that your end result, and I'll expand on what I was saying, is that the end result, the desire, is a frequency that you have to become, you have to embody, and you have to match that. But it doesn't matter, because you're manifesting all day, every day. And what you're seeing in your future right now is what you manifested yesterday. So why not consciously? You have two choices. The only two choices you have are ego and consciousness. That's it. And so when you're in your ego, you're living in the victimhood mentality, or the lower frequencies. When you're in consciousness, which is Christ consciousness, it's coming through you. And that's why your TikTok video went viral, was because it came through you. It's not ours. We are a vessel allowing it to come through us. And understanding and knowing that the consciousness will never hurt you, whether there's no good or bad. It's just neutrality that you're moving into, and it's how your belief systems around that is what the frequency that you're matched to.
It's so good. And yes, anytime there's a video that goes viral, I'm always channeling. I'm always receiving. So it's not even me. And then I have to go back and watch it, because 9 times out of 10, I can't even say the word.
Don't remember.
Right? Yeah. I love that so much. And I know there's people out here who are not quite understanding this. I mean, many people are awake and they understand it. You're so educated in this, and I'm a massive student of this too. I love this stuff. Because when, as Dr. Joe says, 95% of the thoughts you're thinking today are the same exact thoughts that you thought yesterday. Mm-hmm. And I believe this, and wholeheartedly, and say this all the time: you must be deliberate in the creation of your life. You've got to be deliberate with your thoughts, your feelings, your language, your actions, your intentions. And of course, we have moments, it is a field of energy around us, and there are the highs, there are the lows, but it depends on how long you want to stay there. And knowing that there's infinite possibilities. Your job is, and agreed, disagreed, chime in, your job is to stay in the present moment, in the gratitude, in the love, as much as possible. Don't be trying to think your future. Don't try to be thinking of the how. Allow the universe, who's way better than you in the infinite possibilities, to bring you the things that you want in the fastest, easiest, funnest, most lucrative, whatever, the most incredible way. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Right.
So yeah, and so there's two things on that, is that how you manifest is heart and mind coherence. You mentioned Dr. Joe, who I love. Dr. Joe Dispenza is amazing. The heart and mind coherence is the like I was saying before, it is the infusing the positivity. It's an actual chemical thing that happens in your body, the positron, and it's your heart and your mind has coherence at the same time. So let me explain in layman terms, because I don't want to go too sciencey on you, but the electromagnetic fields are the electro is the heightened sense of thought, and the magnetic is the heightened sense of emotion. And so the thought is the desire that comes through you, and the heightened sense of emotion and the belief system around that emotion is what magnetizes it and pulls it in. So it's actually the divine feminine and the divine masculine energies within us. And so that the electro is the masculine energy, and the magnetic is the feminine energy. And so the feminine receives and the electro does, right? And so when you're doing things from your ego, not consciousness, you're manifesting all day anyway, right? You all day, every day, you're manifesting. So if you're not manifesting from your heart and mind being in coherence, what you are manifesting in is very low frequencies. And that's what keeps showing up. And that's the patterns that show up in your life. And that's the electromagnetic fields and heart and mind coherence explained.
That's so good. So what does someone do today? What are some tips to start turning this around in a positive way?
Well, I mean, I have very, very specific practices that I do every single morning. I meditate I do not get out of bed. And I meditate for an hour in the morning and an hour at night. Obviously you have to work up to that. But I go into the quantum fields. There is an infinite field of possibilities when things come up for me that, you fall from grace, as Dr. Joe says. What happens for me is I actually set an intention for my day before I get out of bed. I set an intention for my day. I visualize how my day is going to be every single day. I come out of that visualization, I journal, and from that space, I write down everything that came in. Then I actually have a gratitude practice, which is crazy, but it works. And gratitude and authenticity are the two highest frequencies on the planet, guys. So these are huge, huge things. So I come from my authentic self, and I'm like, okay, God, what needs to come through me today? What needs to, it's God for me always, God, source, of universe, whatever everybody else it to be. But I allow that to come through me. And then I walk through my house before I put my feet on the door. I don't even touch my phone yet. Before my feet get put on the floor, I have so much gratitude for my home, for my children, for my relationships, for my friends, for the people in my life. I pour love into me. So my cup is full first. And then, Diane, I go through every single room in my house. I go through my children's room and that are not children anymore. They're grown adults. And I'm so grateful for Jess. I'm so grateful for Sarah. And I come into my office and I'm like, I'm so grateful to make a difference in the world today. I go down before I even have a cup of coffee. Every room in my house is filled with gratitude. From that space, I say, okay, God, how do I want to be today? Who do I want to be today? Who do I want to become today? How do I want to feel today? Mm-hmm. From that space, I say, what do I want to give today? And what do I want to receive today? And I write all of those things down, and I have intention for my day. And then I go throughout my day. And as I fall from grace, I stop, I pause, and I go back into breath work. I do my meditation. I go into yoga, whatever it needs to do. I go for a walk. I get outside. I pet my dog. I do whatever I need to raise my frequency. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, I do that same practice, except reversed. I come in and I say, how did I do today? Okay, God, like I was testing myself and me and God, or it's always me and God. And I'm like, okay, where did I fall from grace? How can I be better tomorrow? How did I knock it out of the park today? Where was I amazing today? I was an incredible mom today, poured love into my daughter today, or made them dinner, or whatever it is that you did. Now, what do I want to do tomorrow? And what do I want to become tomorrow? Because that is intentional living. And it is setting the preface for your day, and it is ending your day. And the last 5 minutes before you go to sleep are the most important of your entire day, because it is framing you. And when you're in theta state, which is almost sleep state, but it's a relaxed, calm state, your neural net pathways are relaxed and calm, and they're receiving. I pre-frame my day for the next morning. So that way I know what I'm intending. So I spoke to you energetically last night, right before I went to sleep. I envisioned a beautiful show and all the lives that we were going to change. And it was because my cup was full and I could do that. And so it's evaluating, where am I in ego? Where am I in consciousness? Where's my frequency right now? And you know by your thoughts and your emotions exactly where you are. You want me to predict your future? Not because I'm a shaman. I can because I'm clairvoyant, but I can because of your thoughts and your words and your actions and your emotions around that state.
It's so powerful. Thank you for that. That was great. Thank you for sharing what your actual routine, because I think that's what people really want to know. Well, how do I do it? Oh man, there's a comment in there at 11:11. I love that. That this is the most important work that you could start doing, like right now. This is free, everybody. You could be starting this practice right here, right now. Noelle doesn't pick up her phone. Stop picking up your phone. As soon as you touch this device, you have given all your power away, because this device is about everybody else's needs. Somebody's, needs something from you, or they're trying to sell something to you, or that it just sucks all your energy out. And you really do fuel and feed your soul and yourself first. And that's what we're here to do, is give yourself. And people might be saying right now, I don't have an hour in the morning or an hour at night.
10 minutes. 10 minutes every morning, 5 minutes, 5 minutes. Make yourself a priority and alter and shift where you are. And I want you to ask you this. This is a really good takeaway. Ask yourself in your life right now, what's your priority? Why are you here? What do you want to do? These 4 questions, right? And these are from Gabby Bernstein. She's amazing. Who do I want to be today?
Yeah, I love that.
How do I want to feel today? What do I want to give today? And what do I want to receive today? So that's an even exchange of energy. And that's embodying who you need to become, right? And it's such a beautiful thing. And if you're not doing 5 minutes of where you are, take 5 minutes right now. Are your kids above you? Is your husband above you? I'm telling you, it's God and then me and then my kids and then my business and then my partner. Why? Because that's the priority of my life. And my partner needs to understand that he's a grown man. My children are grown now and they don't need me as much, but him and my children are equal. But it's me first, and then they come in. The reason I don't pick up my phone is because I love connection but if people are pulling at you all day, you have nothing left to give the people or to give the world what you want.
Yes. The visualization is you need to fuel your tank. Your gas runs out of your car and your car is on E. You're not going to be able to go far with it. You need to fill the tank. Fill your tank. Fill your tank with all those good emotions and feelings. And back to the practical, intentional piece of it is that you're the only one who's going to make your dreams come true. You're yes, you might get help and support, but you're the only one who receives the ideas, the visualizations, has the desires, wants to have all those feelings that you want, which when you drill them all down comes to safety. You want love, you want adventure, you want fun, you want security, you want peace of mind, and all of those emotions. You got to create it. And the field,
you have to become it. You have to become it.
Yeah, it's already here. So, right. So you have to actually embody it and become it first.
And so people say, how do I do that? When they don't know how to pay the rent or they're struggling in a relationship, how do they do that? Is you have to actually be very, very, very clear with manifestation. You have to be so intentional with your day and your thoughts and your emotions. And it has to be your priority because, again, the desire is already, there is no possible way in the quantum fields, and this is quantum physics I'm talking about, that if a particle cannot exist if the wave didn't exist first. So right. I'm going to speak in layman terms. The wave is the thought that is in your mind, right? That it already exists, meaning it's trying to come through you. It's trying to come through you. That is the end result, not the beginning. Oh, I want to get that, just say, for example, I want to get that house or Mercedes or that relationship. You're not trying to get that. Actually, what you're trying to do is match that frequency and become and embody that. And when you understand and know that your desire is your end result, there's an infinite field that the parallel universe that we live in, you have a choice in this moment. If you don't have your manifestation, you have a choice. How do I think about this? How do I feel about this? What's my belief around this? Where am I in the electromagnetic fields? What frequency am I with regard to this? And how do I need to adjust that within me? Manifestation is an internal game. Manifestation is an internal game. It is God in you, through you, consciousness in you, through you. It is not anything outside of you. When you understand that, the end result is already done and it's inside of you because it's already done and it's trying to come into the 3D world as a particle, moving from wave to particle, you can literally bend space and time and be anything and do anything you want. Literally.
Yes, it's so true. You can bend, like Vishen Lakhiani says, bend reality. And it's, I love the way you said all that. It's actually when you're forcing it, pushing it, feeling like I need it, I want it, your energy and frequency is saying, I don't have it.
Mm-hmm.
And it keeps it out of your field.
Mm-hmm.
Where what, like you said, our auric field is about 6 feet all the way around it. And that's the thing that dropped in. The reason why I got this in this visualization, this weekend, Noelle, is because I went to an event on Friday night, and it was a woman, beautiful woman. I don't know if you know her, Louise Schwarzwalter. Anyway, she was
Sounds familiar.
in a mastermind of mine, Dr. Louise, and she does the brain soul connection. And she's amazing. Like, she's helped kids with autism get here, like so much amazing work. Anyway, she invited me to her. She's was running a 3-day event, and she was here in town, and she invited me to the Friday night thing. And she had a woman up in the front of the room, and the woman had terrible pain in her foot, really discomfort. And she was when Louise was assessing her, not only was it not in her foot, it wasn't even in her body.
No. She went into a different reality, a different version of herself.
It was 10 feet outside of her, and it clicked. Oh my God, she's going lifetimes back, generations back. Because she does. She goes 7 generations and lifetimes back, 7 forward. Like, it's not even hers. It's not even hers. But the visual of that made me understand, because I know this stuff. I know the quantum field. I know all about it. I know how a particle turns, wave, and then it becomes form and matter. I get all that. And I know the, intention, emotion. I know how I know what were you saying? Oh, the electromagnetic field, the way it works. I'm a powerful manifester too.
You are. You really are.
But I understood this in a way that I had never got. And it gave me the ability to say it in a way that people could get. Oh, you mean it's all right here? Like, it's literally right here. And I'm the one keeping it away with my thinking, with my emotions, my frequency, my language, my actions, that, all of those things. So it's so incredibly powerful how powerful we are. Like,
yeah,
we can create anything and manifest anything. So well, I'm going to ask you a couple of questions, but I want to ask you one more about this. What is something besides your practice? Somebody doesn't have 10 minutes. You gave the script. Let's do the nighttime again. What should everybody do? Like 3 habits. I know what your routine is, but 3 new things that they can go to bed with, sleep with, so they can actually sleep through the night, not wake up with nightmares, the terror thoughts of the overwhelm or anything like that. Like, how in all your certifications and education, how can you help people in that way?
Breath work changed my life, right? And so when you understand that you're bringing oxygen to the brain, and I do breath work always. I mean, I do breath work to calm me down. And then the other thing is check in with your nervous system, right? You can literally see where you are, and if it's stored in your body, then do not go on your phone. Do not go on your phone before an hour before bed, and the most important thing, I think, the most important thing is understanding that the 5 minutes before you fall asleep are the most important 5 minutes of your day. And how do you want to frame your future? If you are intentional with those 5 minutes, and you actually, like, I get excited to go to sleep because I know I'm going into the quantum fields and merge with the energy. And I don't even really say create anymore. I say embody and become, because I think that that's more accurate than creating, because I believe everything's already created. But knowing and understanding that all the power is within you, nothing, not one thing is outside of you. That is the most important thing that you can understand, is that I would definitely meditate and breath work, calm your mind and your body, shut off all electronics, and really do some source. This journey, is not an easy journey. the beginning point of this journey of your spiritual awakening, do some soul searching. And I will say this, all day, every day, I am the student in one breath and the teacher in the next. I am a master in my craft, and I know how powerful I am. And I also know that I have something to learn every single day. And what was God teaching me in that moment? And how can I be better tomorrow?
That's so beautiful, Noelle. Really, really beautiful. All right, you have the tips, you have the advice now, everyone. This is how it's done. And life is going to always throw things at us. The reason why, all right, I'm going to go off a little bit here just for a minute. But the reason why this work that you're doing, Noelle, is so important, and you know, the impact that it's having on people is because we cannot continue to live this way with the people who are nefarious and evil and you know, greedy and do not have good intentions when the light is trying so desperately to shine so bright. And so people like you, people like me, people like you, people in our world who are trying to raise the frequency and vibration and create awareness, that's the word, awareness of our power, and not manipulative power, power to come here on this journey and do what we came here to do, which was what we wanted to do, which is experience this experience. We have to keep shining our light. You have to keep doing what you're doing and putting out your amazing work into this world. So I'm so grateful that you are who you are and you do what you do. All right, I have 2 questions for you, final questions. The first one is we want to know, how do you live the I have today way, which is intentionally in the present moment? You kind of said a lot right now. But will you say it do it in the sentence and start it with, I have today too?
I have today to step into my power and be the light in this world.
I mean, that doesn't get more succinct than that. That's really, really beautiful. And you do. Thank you for that. And then what do you wish more people knew?
I wish more people knew that they had everything is inside of them, and there's nothing external. This is an internal game between you and your higher self, and it is all within you. You are more powerful than you know.
Yes, so good. And don't worry, don't stress, that's so beautiful. It is all inside of you. So good. Okay, well, we have a link for people to learn more about you. Will you share that with us and talk a little bit about what you're up to?
Sure,
Yeah.
sure. You could reach me at noelleagape.com. It's linked right below. And you can also find me on Instagram. I'm all over social media if you need to find me. And what we have coming up is we are actually running an event together in San Diego. And it's with E360, and it's how to blow up your brand through media and how to monetize everything and literally change your life. We're going over finance, we're going over business, we're going over media and PR. And it is an incredible opportunity, and we're going to have adventure because everything for me is, how do you set your soul on fire? So we're going to do some amazing things. Come join us. Go to noelleagape.com for free resources, and reach out to me, guys. Me and my team are always here to make a difference in this world. And if you need support, please find support, because I promise you guys, I would not be here without my support team, without everybody that I know. Diane is a dear friend of mine. You cannot do this alone. And one of the biggest lessons that I've ever learned is this is not a solo journey. So.
So good. So well said. Yes. Well, we're going to have, show notes with Noelle's link, and on her page is the information about the upcoming event.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very honored and excited to be a speaker and to be a part of this impact. And this is your time, all of you out there. If you got a message to share and you want to help people and serve in a really great way, you're running a business, it should be fun. It should be lucrative. It should be exciting. And you should surround yourself with experts who are further along than you and shorten the learning curve for you so that you can have quantum success like this show is all about. So, well, Noelle, it's been a pleasure having you on I Have Today. I know I'll talk to you soon. We're going to be doing more exciting things together. Guys, make sure that you are following Noelle. She's super active on social media, especially Instagram, and check out the event at her site. All right, my darling.
Thank you for having me on. It was beautiful.
Of course, my pleasure. All right, we'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye. Oh my gosh, so amazing. I hope that if you're watching this or listening to this, that your body feels better. Like even just hearing the words is healing. That's how it's done, right? Talking about I hope you visualize yourself doing a morning routine and visualize yourself doing your nighttime routine and getting excited about it. I love that she says that she gets excited. I'm the same way. I cannot wait to meditate. I always can't. If my kids are around, sometimes I'm getting ready to go and like I get all excited and they roll their eyes at me like, oh, there she goes. Because it's extraordinary. It's truly extraordinary. All right, so we're going to get ready and do our mantra meditation. But before we do that, I want to share something special with you. Like Noelle and myself, we're launching a television network. And Noelle is as well on E360 TV. That is our home. That is our platform. That's where my show's been running for several years. And it's been an extraordinary experience. And so, of course, I wanted to partner with them. And one of the things that a lot of you kept asking me is, will you please teach me how to host a TV show like you? And so I listened to that, and I have exciting things. I've got an academy now, and obviously the launch of my network coming up. But maybe you've thought about TV hosting. You're not really sure how to start and how to do it. I want to invite you to register because I have a free masterclass, and I'm going to talk to you about the 5 simple shifts you need to make in order to become a TV host and earn 5, 6, even 7 figures in your business, and how you can really leverage yourself, your brand, by creating this one asset that turns into all of these other marketing and sales tools for you. Anyway, it's incredible. And it's absolutely free, but it's only going to be up for a limited time. So the link for that is tvstarhost.com. tvstarhost.com. And so I want you to go there, register for the masterclass. It's about 30 minutes, and watch it and see if it's for you. It's going to help you get some clarity around, oh yeah, I could really do this and I could make this work in my life. And it would make so many other things work. So anyway, go check it out, tvstarhost.com. All right. Now, also, I'm throwing this to the team, so pay attention. I forgot to say that I'm hosting a boot camp this Friday also. Now, this is not free. This is a boot camp. It's a half day. It's 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Pacific time, and it's virtual. And it's a TV show host boot camp that's going to go a little bit deeper I'm going to show you how you can design a show in one day. So maybe you've already got a podcast out there, or you're an author, or you're a speaker, and you're thinking, I need to take my business to the next level. Or maybe you just have powerful stories and experiences, and you're looking for a way to use those to serve other people. So register for the boot camp, okay? It is Friday, September 28th, and the link is right there. See, my team's on it. It's tvhostmaker.com/boot camp. So the masterclass is at tvhostmaker.com. But if you do /boot camp, then you go to the page with the boot camp. All right. So I hope to see you there. All right. Now we're getting ready to do our mantra meditation, which is going to be so good because of Noelle. And I feel her energy here. So I know that she's still with us. And this is our opportunity to integrate everything that you learned on the show today, so that you can leave here feeling better at the end than you did at the beginning. This is the art of intentional living. Be deliberate. If you are listening to this on the podcast, obviously you can't close your eyes. Keep those eyes on the road, but you can still tune in. For everybody else, stop what you're doing. Do not multitask. Put those phones down. Stop typing and give me 3 minutes of your life right now. Not for me, for you. So what we're going to do is we're going to do my rainbow breaths. And this process is very simple. I'll walk you through it. It is very powerful. I want you to breathe in through your nose for 4 seconds and pull it all the way down to your tailbone, which is your root chakra. We're going to hold it for the count of 8. And as you're counting to 8, I want you to send energy, healing light energy to every one of your chakras, your root, your sacral, solar plexus, heart, third eye, throat, third eye, crown, and your soul star. Right here, baby. Quantum energy right here. This is the portal to your abundance. This is the way you receive. This is where the Akashic records live. This is how you're able to, Noelle's able to channel. I'm able to channel by clearing this space. It's so powerful. And then I want you to breathe out for 8 seconds, like you're blowing out birthday candles. I want it to be hard. Like I want your abdomen to feel like a deflated balloon. And the visualization for you is you are breathing out any toxicity, negative memories, emotions, wounds, anything, emotions that is settled in your body. And let's say the astral body too. Let's pull it all in today, given our topic today. Breathe it out. And I always do a visualization like it's sooty smoke coming out of the chimney, like I'm just getting it all out. It's going to feel really good. We're going to do that 2 times. Okay. So don't worry. I'll walk you through it. And then all you do is listen to my words. So close your eyes, put your feet flat on the floor, put your hands on your lap. They can face down if you feel grounded, or you can turn them up if you feel like you want to receive more energy. Oh, mine are up, and man, I can feel the energy in this room. Okay, here we go. So breathe in for 4 through your nose. Hold it and send that energy for the count of 8. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Blow it out for 8. Should feel really, really good. Let's do that one more time. Breathe in for 4 through your nose and hold it as we send energy to all those chakras. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep your eyes closed. I have today to love my life. Something really good is going to happen to me today. I can feel it. Miracles, big and small, I notice them all. Yes, 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 thank you. I have today to tap into quantum energy for success in every area of my life. I now am so excited, like Noelle, because I understand my power. I understand that this is an opportunity for me to be present, think positive thoughts, live in gratitude and appreciation, and raise my frequency and vibration, because everything I want is already in me. I'm going to meditate. I'm going to practice gratitude. I'm going to journal. I'm going to set intentions. I'm going to visualize. I'm going to ask myself those 4 core questions. Who do I want to be today? How do I want to feel today? What do I want to give today? What do I want to receive today? And then I am, from this moment forward, going to be very deliberate about honoring those last 5 minutes before I fall asleep, because I now get it. They are the most powerful 5 minutes of the day. Thank you, Noelle, for teaching us that. I am going to let go of that ego, and I'm going to discover where I see repeated patterns, and where I'm settling for something less than I want, and where I feel, see, and know God's nudge, but I continue to say, no, I'm stopping it. I'm letting go of what everybody else thinks, and I am listening to my beautiful soul, because I know it's a heart-soul connection, a brain-soul connection, and that all that I want, All the answers are within me. And this is living the quantum way. And so it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I want to thank my guest, Noelle Agape, for sharing all her brilliance. I hope you guys really enjoyed this. And I want to thank you for being here. If you've been here before, thanks so much for coming back. And if this is your first time, sending you so much love. We'll see you next time on I Have Today. Take care. Bye-bye.